viewers, once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, we'll bring you the very best. It is happening currently, chaos in the north. It was said that a roundtable meeting was held concerning Nnamdi Kanu in the north currently, because what exactly is happening because of the world powers are currently doing a lot concerning Nnamdi Kanu case. We also, the US congressmen, calling for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu. Day by day, Nnamdi Kanu's case is going around the world. Biafran evangelist, what exactly is happening and what is the secret behind this, because people are surprised?
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending your time zone. And I will always be grateful, and I will, always speak my mind the way it is. And the mind is the truth, which whenever I say or whatsoever I have said, or you hear me say, please go and do your findings, it is a concrete fact. May God bless you all. I remember humble said that Biafran evangelist. What is happening currently today is something that I usually say, and I will continue to say it is unexpected and unspeakable from Nigerian as because they never see it coming. And they don't see the man as a terror, as a hook, as a leech on their body. Nigeria didn't see it coming. Because the truth now is this. The thing that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said many years ago that was debunked by Nigeria, that the media never even pay attention to it. Government did not even drive any important meaning from it. Is what they are facing today. And they don't know that the young man has gone far beyond and above them. See, John James, in person of one of the Senate and the congressmen, is pushing it so hard. And you can remember that military aid to Nigeria has been withdrawn by America, and today now they are pushing it. I saw on the Twitter where it was written that Nigeria was included in the country that they are going to charge 12.8 or 12.5 a percentage they are going to charge by Americans. They have already promised that they are going to withdraw every 100% of the aids that they are giving to Nigeria. Regarding to the killing, the honor life of the Christians, the genocide that is going on in Nigeria, which Nigerian government on daily basis doing everything humanly possible in their capability and the ability of their strength to cover up. But the whole world is watching it. There is nothing you can tell them that they don't know, because their footman is on the ground. They saw what happened, and they have sent so many delegates as a journalist who has come to cover so many. And if you watch now, people like I told you that this man called Arimo is something else. He has collected his own bribe, his own pocket, and he has filled his own pocket and is back out. You see him today not talking again. You see him voicing again? No. It is Nante the Cruz and John James are the one now pushing it with Michael Arnold. As I speak to you, the NASET is now pushing it, forwarding it to that they must release Kanu unconditionally. Because there was no law in Nigeria to back up the judgment that was passed against him. Do you understand? So if there is any, he said, show me the law. And up to this very date, I'm still waiting, hoping, expecting Nigeria to show the law where Omotosho, according to the constitution of the Nigeria, show me where your judgment lies, what you use to back up your judgment against the young man. Whereas the people that are unaliving the citizens of the country are working free and nothing happened to them. And Nigeria have not done anything, to get these people arrested and, they prosecute them. And you are here facing somebody that is innocent because he just spoke the simple truth. That is why there is a saying that truth is bitter. Not that truth is bitter. Truth is truth. But people, we human beings, hate truth. We don't want to hear truth. Truth exposes the things that is under closure. Hidden things. Truth exposes it. That is why people that are in darkness, that don't want that don't want to walk in the path of light, they always like that darkness to always covering their evil. And truth is part of light, while darkness is part of what? Lies. And that is what Nigeria has been coping. Nigeria has been living. Nigeria has been dependent and relying on. But today, through this young man called Nnamdi Kanu, truth is unveiling on daily basis about Nigeria. You get the point? So, as it stands now, there is series of meetings because the Caliphates are in zigzag. They are in serious saga. I mean, the Caliphate of the North. They are in a serious problem now as we speak. On daily basis, Sultan of Sokoto doesn't sleep because he knows what shall before. And before the Northerners. Remember before now that the Northerners elder said that they are not prepared for the breakup. But if there is any eventuality that at the end of the day, Nigeria has to split, that then the North will go back from square one. So it will pain them most. So that is why they are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that instead of that, let them come together and do what? To go on a round table negotiation, which is not going to be possible because they have been, they are too crafty. They don't believe and they don't abide by their words. Do you understand? How many times have they promised? Take a look at somebody like Bianco Juku.
Okay.
Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have already said it before. Serve Nigeria and return back with shame. Rochas Okorocha, Ngige, and the likes of them. If you watch currently now that Bianco Juku, I was told that she collected how much? 20 billion just to silence Biafra. And you know that she is the late Ojuku's wife. And she claimed to be the one that was with Ojuku before Ojuku last statement.
Is it that she collected or alleged?
Alleged as they said. I said they said. You understand? They said, but the fact remains that she was called for questioning.
Okay.
That one is pure. But the purpose of that question is what I am telling you. But in the area of the fund, I was not there when she was paid such amount of money. Do you understand? But the one I watched, the one I saw is what I am saying. Because she was summoned by the panels for questioning. And you and I know over what? There is no appointment given to her rather than the appointment of silencing the movement of Biafran freedom. Is that not so? Was there any other appointment given to her by Nigerian government? And the answer is no. You and I know that. So definitely summoning her must be on this because she was sent. I don't know if you are aware. No. They sent them. They sent her with order to go and meet Nasset for them not to push further regarding to the case of Nnamdi Kanu. But Nasset and the Congress turned them down. Then they now push the Northern Caribbean. Netanyahu did not even pay attention at all to them. So I don't know if they have sent or they still want to send Adeboye and the rest of them in the name of Christian to go and lie. Just the same way they send Coca. You remember when they sent Coca?
Why did you include Adeboye?
Why wouldn't I include him? Was he not the one that went to America and said, Tinubu no go wear nika? And the same man protested against Jonathan, a fellow Christian, and we call ourselves Christians. No, now. Well, one thing is this. Nigeria doesn't always want to show the truth. They always want to go at the corner, cover up. I could remember, do you know why I made mention of? I could remember there was a time there came on, Remi Tinubu sit with Donald Trump. He did this with Donald Trump. And I told them, where is the video? Where is the evidence? It is a lie. I debunked it.
She sat with Donald Trump.
It's a lie. I told them to bring it. At the end of the day, the channel which she intended to use.
Okay.
There was a channel which she intended to use to pass a message to Donald Trump. And the man denied her that right. I'm not telling you, go and do your findings. I search. The man denied her, which at the end of the day, I brought it to the man and I showed. I said, how? Prove your own. This is my own evidence. Where is your own? And none of them, all of them that were like contemplating that they're countering me, they couldn't speak again. I said, why are you people coming up with propaganda? Something that is not real. And the Adeboye of a thing I'm talking about, please, ever since, this man, what is it called? Muslim ticket. I do tell you, Yoruba pastors are what Muslim. I still stand on my word. I've never changed my word. When I go out there, I do say it. And I come here in media, I say it. Because that is the pure truth. Take a look. Ever since this Muslim ticket, how many Yoruba pastors have come out and condemned it? despite all the atrocities that have been going on. Mention one, not even Adeboye. Yes, not even Tunde Bakari, not even Ayodele and the likes of them. Mention them. Who has come to the country or to criticize Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Was it not in your watch that when this Oyo kidnapping took place, that redeemed members intend to protest? Adeboye said no. Why? Because remote Tinubu passed. I don't know whether I got call or she call herself, or maybe Adeboye give her because they get money.
But they said it was false.
Who said it's false?
But it didn't stop them. Nobody wanted to protest.
Who tell you nobody wanted to protest?
So what I was simply trying to tell us
It's
now,
true, and I'm not. This is not allegedly.
for real.
Yeah, this is not an allegedly. I speak. See, one thing is you know me. If you know me very well, I don't say what people do. That is why I stand. I do tell them, stand in your altar, pray, speak. I will stand in my own and speak. God is. You see, that's why I love God. I love God for one thing. If I lie against you, let him judge me.
So you're saying that the cankerworm eating Nigeria now is tribalism?
Yes.
Tribalism.
Tribalism. Pure one. And that is where the division base, the emphasis of the division stands. Tribalism. And that is the pure truth. See, let me tell you, I don't want to go much in details because when you talk of redeem, my elder brother was ordained in 1996 by the same Adeboye. I will tell you so many deep things in redeem that many don't know. Up to today, they're just.
But that's not what we are here.
God bless you. That's why I say don't just even provoke me to that side.
Okay, now, Reverend Evangelist, well said. With what you said, we've heard that enough. Super analysis. Now, the question is, has it become a crime to be an Igbo person in Nigeria?
Yes.
Is it a crime?
Yes, it's a crime to be an Igbo man in Nigeria.
Why?
Because Igbos are the people that Nigeria never wanted.
And they still do not want them to go.
And they still do not want them to go because you are their asset. You are their source of the light. I will give you an example. Go and check every environment where Igbos is. Go and check the environment where Fulani is. Then you come back, you will tell me where is those B. Which of them is a waste? B. I've done my research. I use, even currently as I speak to you, Igbo lady have made it again in India. 100 years breaking of records. Mama, go and do your findings. Go and find out. Igbo lady broke the yoke of 100 years in India. Currently, as we speak, they are making Nigeria. You see, they are hearing Nigeria. Was it not to Aerofy wife that come on Arise TV? He said the Igbos are the one making Nigeria proud internationally. Me talk up. But the same people that makes them proud are the same people because, see, although Smith said the labor man that visited Nigeria, that was in Nigeria in 1955, said something. You know, Nigerian election took place, the first election in Nigeria took place in 1959, stroke 1960. Do you understand? Before the final date of independence, which is Zeke, was the one who won the election, but it was rigged in favor of Tafawa Balewa, which made him to become the prime minister. Why Zeke was just a ceremonial president. You get a point. Go and listen to him. 1955, he came to Nigeria, a labor man. He said it was given to, because those ones, the Fulani, he said they are loyal to them. And they are the only people that they can talk to that we abide. You know, when they came in the era of colony, they conquered the north fully, and they controlled the north fully, and they enjoyed the north fully. But they fell woefully in the east. And if you check it, the first riot against the British colony was the Igbos and Igbo women, about women riot, 1922. So here Igbos have been, let me see, in the eyes of the British, we have been an antagonist against their wish, their will, their demand, and their desire. You get it? So that is why they always find every means to silence the Igbos, and that is why they are afraid of the Igbos giving them opportunity to be in the to enter upper chamber office, because they are scared of them, that they don't know what they are capable of. You understand? They are scared. That's why. You remember? I don't know if you remember. I've forgotten the name of this man. That was 1998-99 when PDP was formed. Do you understand? You know, Obasanjo was in prison. Remember? Abacha threw him in prison. He was in prison. Obasanjo never contested. Obasanjo was never part of the people that formed PDP. Are you aware? So the matter, this group of men went to meet IBB. They all have a round table discussion for Ekwueme to become the president of Nigeria. But Shehu Shagari, you understand, case was remembered. And they were like, you know, if you these people, there was an international British court that if this man remember Igbo people and remember the coup, 1966, which they call Igbo coup, you remember? And the Igbo coup you call, the coup that you call Igbo coup, how many Igbos were involved? Only but two, Ifajuna and the other person. Then the remaining other one, Yorubas were four. But at the end of the day, it was tag Igbo coup. And I asked a question, ever since the coup 1966, have we not been having coup in Nigeria? Buhari entered into government as a military man through coup. IBB entered as a military man through coup. And he ruled 8 years. Abacha through coup, and the rest of them. Then, what is the name of that? There was no name, but the other one was given a name because he was involved. You see why I say it is a taboo to be an Igbo man in Nigeria? It's wrong because they are scared of the people. And they don't want them to go in it because they are the reason of their breath. They are the reason of Nigerian breed. You get the point? One Nigeria, I've said it before, that one Nigeria is as a result of the resources in Biafra land. Beside this, there is nothing like one Nigeria.
Okay. What's the Biafran evangelist as usual super analysis? Who exactly is fighting the Igbos? Is it the Fulanis or the military? There's a reason why I'm asking this, because the Eziagu community in Enugu State is currently bleeding. It is said that the youths were able to drive out the Fulanis and hurt them. As a result of that, the Nigerian military entered the Eziagu community, burning houses and like currently terrorizing that community, Eziagu. It is trending now. Therefore, evangelist, the question comes again. Who exactly is against the Igbos? Is it the Fulanis or Nigerian military? Because this is shocking.
Listen and listen good. You cannot separate Fulani from Nigerian military.
Why?
And you cannot separate Nigerian military from Fulanis because they are the same. The repentant Boko Haram, where are they? They were forgiven and they were integrated into Nigerian military.
Okay.
So who is Nigeria and who is Fulani? They are Nigeria. And they are the same Fulani. So it is the Nigeria that is fighting the Igbos. I asked a question on Philip TV one fateful day. I was asked a question. I said, excuse me, I want to ask a question.
Okay.
And that question, nobody has been able to answer it. I remember in 2024, during the era of Simon Ekpa, 6 Nigerian soldiers was killed in Aba.
It's unalive.
You understand? They were fired in Aba, which 4 were Igbos. CDS Musa went house to house picking youths in Aba, which led OT to rise and make a promise in order to stop that very stupid act of theirs that is going to pay 25 million. He made a promise to family, to whosoever that will, tell them who are the people responsible for that very act, just to calm the nerves of that movement. But to so many commanders, Oba have died, Okeke have died, Omaru, and many of them, I can't continue mentioning their name, have died in Boronu. How many have died in Niger State, in Katsina? Even recently, as at last on Monday, either Sunday, Monday, there was a serious life lost in Kaduna, to be precise. Zangoro or whatsoever, you know that their name is difficult for me to. Zangoza or whatsoever. What am I saying? I've never seen C.D.S. Musa and his men visiting Boronu, house to house, to picking their youth. But it happened in Ebola and Aba. I've never seen Musa in Plateau visiting house to house for killing of many soldiers, commanders. I will not forget Oba on that one. Is very, very annoying. That Oba even calls C.D.S. Musa for backup. C.D.S. Musa turned it down.
Who is Oba?
Oba is the former lieutenant colonel, commander that was spy.
He called for help.
Yes, for backup. C.D.S. Musa could not respond. And I did not see C.D.S. Musa visiting Boronu house to house picking their youth. So it's Nigeria that is fighting the war. Whenever we rise to retaliate, to defend ourselves, not even retaliation, to defend ourselves, military comes. But military is not seen. You forget Kwara. What happened in Kwara State? How these people, Isuwaba, whatsoever they call their name, the way they ransack Kwara. Do you know that Kwara was supposed to be a Yoruba land? Yes, Kwara was supposed to be a Yoruba land. In fact, it is a Yoruba land. But Fulani has taken it. They have collected it from the Yorubas. And Yoruba doesn't have a say. Even when their own brother is a president. I watched the video of those incidents that took place in Oyo. A woman cried and wept. He said even when Jonathan was there, that this thing didn't happen. Now, it's going to be their own person. Imagine the weeping for you to see how weak this government can be. So it is Nigerian government that is fighting the Igbos. And that is why you see your president spending, only God knows. We only heard about $9 million. That is what we heard. Do you know about other ones at the backyard that was not disclosed, nor exposed? Only God knows. But God is shaming them in every step they move.